I believe we are live. Just give me a moment, please, and I'll make sure everything is working fine and we'll get started. Everything seems to be working fine. Hi, Sandeep. If you can see me and hear me fine, please give me a little yes in the comment box. Then I know it's all working brilliant. Thank you. Thank you, Sandeep. Okay, brilliant. So let's get started. Hello and a very warm welcome to today's YouTube live stream. My name is Ozair, and every weekday at 5 o'clock UK time, I go live and go through topics on digital marketing, Google Ads, and so on. So hope you had a enjoyable weekend and a productive Monday so far. I see a new name on the comment box. So welcome to Wine Tour Drivers Napa. Sounds like fun what you do. So you're in the good morning. Yeah, good morning to you. So I guess you're in the US. Anyhow, so today I'm going to talk to you guys about something fairly new and interesting and exciting, which Google has just recently released. We all know how important Google call ads are, but now they've taken that call ads to the next level by giving us the functionality of recording the calls. Now, it has not been rolled out across all the countries yet, fairly new, and hopefully every account will have this feature. But right now and currently, it's only in the US. So let's jump into our Google Ads Support Center first to see what this is all about, and then I'll go through the setup. So what they say is, by enabling call recording, you can play calls made to your call ads, as well as your call and location extensions. Okay. To enable call recording, you need to have the following. At least you need to have admin access to your Google Ads account. And once it's enabled, MCC, which is the My Client Center, and this is for agencies. If you are just running your own account, you don't need to worry about the MCC level access. And direct users with admin or direct users with standard access will be able to replay the recordings via the call details report. So you just need to have access basically at either standard access or admin access. Call reporting enabled, and it needs to be a US based number at the moment, which you are running call ads to. So you need to have your domain verified for all the unique domains used in the ads and extensions that you wish to record. So if you're running call ads, that domain would have been verified. If not, then the Google will not approve your ads anyway. But what you can also do is you can verify your domain by linking your Google Search Console and Google Ads account, or by adding your unique Google Ads conversion tracking tag, which I would always recommend you do, or a remarketing tag to your website. Now let's go back to this survey, which is the Google Search Console. Not many people may have heard of it, and I also see not many businesses take advantage of it. Just like all other Google products, this is completely free of charge, and it's a must have and must use product for your online marketing and reporting, because it's going to give you a bird's eye view of the activity which is happening on your website, and where the traffic is coming from, and how your website's ranking is in Google search results. So obviously we have Google Analytics for that as well, but Search Console gives a completely different set of data about the Google search. That's why it's called Google Search Console. It used to be called the Webmasters, what was it? Google Webmasters before, but now it's called Google Search Console. And if you got conversion tracking set up or your remarketing tag on your website, then you don't need to worry about it. Call ads and extensions whose domain have not been verified in this way will not be available for play, even if the setting has been enabled. So what have they said here? Calls made via the website call conversion tag are not eligible for recording and play at this time. So hopefully this will change. What this means is if someone clicked on your ad and went through to your website and then made the call, you should have the website call conversion tag for that. And at the present moment, as of 3rd of August 2020, it's not eligible, but hopefully in the very near future this will be available as well, which will also add another dimension to our call ads and recording. So simple instructions, and in fact it is very simple to use. It will take 10 seconds. You sign into your account, go to your all campaigns, click on the settings, accounts, call reporting, and then you will be able to switch it on. I've got some screenshots in a minute which I will go through with you. So once enabled, recorded calls are available for 30 days after the date of the call. I guess they will get deleted after 30 days. The following message will be played to callers on eligible ad formats. Google and its partners may record the call and retain this call for quality and research purposes. So this is something which you may need to think about, whether you wish to have this played before the call is recorded. Users with admin access can always toggle the feature on or off. Toggling this feature off will prevent any users of the account from playing any pre-existing campaigns. Okay, and let's click on this link, which is how to play. Once you've set up your call recording, you can set up replaying your calls. When recording is enabled, a new column will be available in the call details report that allows you to play the audio. Sign into your account, click on reports. Okay, this is fairly straightforward. And recordings not available for unsupported phone numbers, unverified URL, or unsupported call source, which is the usual in the basics. Okay, so let's go on to my slides. So when you go into your account and you go to all campaigns, you go down to your account settings in the middle column, and then you will see this bit over here, save all recordings for 30 days. You click it on, and that is it pretty much. Obviously you will have your call ads conversion tracking already set up, so I don't have to go through that, but that's pretty much it. And then all you do is, to hear your recording, you go to reports, and then reports again, go down to extensions, and then you go to call details. Once you go to call details, you will see this table, and you'll see a recording column, and I believe this is where the play button will be to record, I beg your pardon, to play back your recordings on here. So I've just set this up on one of my accounts today and see what happens. I guess it will start to populate the recordings as the calls start to come in. Okay, now whilst I'm here, I get a lot of emails about the difference between call from ads and calls from websites. So I think we've got some bit of time. I'll go into that and explain to you guys again, but I'm going to have a little look on the comment box. Mac, happy and to you, Salma. So those of you, you may know that Muslims all over the world, we celebrated Eid over the weekend. So that's what Mac is saying. Thank you, Selma, for that. Okay, and any questions you may have, please put them in the comment box, and I'll come on to that towards the end of. Let's hop into our Google Ads account, and then you go into your tools and settings and conversions. There's already some, this is my test account, so we've got some call conversions set up already. We ignore that. So go on to the plus button, and here's where the 3 options are available. The easiest one is this one, calls from ads using call extensions or call only ads. So to set this up, you don't need to do anything other than to set this up. So if I put in calls from ads, and what I tend to do is to put in the phone number over here, so I know this is my conversion tracking. But for this one, I'll just put in 3rd August so we can see and don't get confused with the other conversions. Then we have the value. You must have a value for each call as to how valuable it is. I've gone through how to set this up in other videos as well in this playlist, but you must need to know, you must know how much is the value. I'm going to say 100 for now. And call length depends on what you want to consider a call as a conversion. So it could be 20 seconds, 30, 60, 120. It really depends on your business. But if you are a cab company, your calls will be generally less than 30 seconds, because somebody will call you and say, oh, can you send a cab to my home or office, and then they'll say, yeah, 15 minutes, what's the address and the postcode, job done. So if you make that call length too high, then you will not track any conversions. So you just want to keep it as a meaningful conversation happen. You don't want to keep it as 5 seconds, because sometimes someone calls you by mistake and you answer the call as the taxi call company or whichever business you're, and then they're going to hang up the phone thinking that they've called the wrong company. So I would never put in a 5 second as a call length conversion. Then you have the click-through windows, 60 and up to 90 days. You can do that. Always include these in the conversion column. Attribution, again, this depends on the type of business. If it's an emergency type business, kind of business like a plumber, locksmith, dentist, where somebody is in a real need of someone, and they're just going to make a call or two to book someone or go and see someone like a doctor, then you can go on the first click. I tend to go, but if it's the sales cycle is a lot longer, where you might have a free consultation, and then the customer is going to decide after multiple touch points and coming to your websites whether you are the company for them, then we would normally use a time decay. But the attribution model is completely different for types of business as to how you analyze your data and how you track your conversions. And then when you set this up, now you don't get any tag. Unlike other conversions, when you set up, you will get a little piece of tag, and I'll show you in the next one. We get a tag which we need to put up on the website or the thank you page or whatever you want to put it. Over here, the job is done, because this is going to use the call extensions. You need to set up the call extensions with that number, and no other conversion tracking is required. So you can see my call from ads 3rd of August has been set up. Obviously, this is just been set up, and this is a test account, so there's no recent conversions. The other one, which is calls to a phone number on your website. So when this happens is, someone comes to you, goes on to Google, searches for something, you see that your ad, they click on the ad and not the call extension. They come through to your website, and this is where Google will replace your phone number on your website with a Google forwarding number. And if they either click on it or dial through their office phone, home phone, or a smartphone, Google will know that this has come through an ad. And that's how it's going to track. So you put the name, your value, the same thing again, and put the calls from website, and then you put the phone number in again. I'm just putting in the today's date for. Okay. And when you click and continue, now you have this tag which you need to set up. You either can install your tag, and it's going to give you this global site tag installed on all your HTML or all your website pages, basically, be it WordPress, HTML, Joomla, whichever ones you are using. Copy this piece of snippet and put it through all of them. You've got three options over here. Global site tag is already installed on all pages but comes from another Google product. Or global site tag on all pages was installed already when you created another conversion tracking. So choose which one is applicable to you. Or you can email this tag to either yourself or to your webmaster, and he or she can put it up. The easiest and the best way is this. Google Tag Manager is, I would always recommend to put up any kind of tags, and it keeps everything simplified and in one place. All you do is you take this conversion ID and the conversion label and put it in there. In Google Tag Manager, you have the template already set up for call conversions from website, and that's all you need to do. So it literally takes a matter of seconds to set this up. And this is how you set these to conversion actions for your call ads. Okay, I'm going to go on to the comments and questions now. See what we've got. So if you haven't put any yet, please do so. Okay. So Sandy Entertainments, you're asking, call recording ads are suitable for which sites and which niche type of marketing can use this? Great question. Any kind of business, basically, because recording a call helps us analyze the effectiveness of our campaigns. So let's say I, as a marketeer, am sending you conversions or calls, but then the quality of the calls may not be very good. So let's say you get lots of calls and I see them as conversions at my end, and then you're going to come back to me and said, well, I'm getting calls for support line or helpline or asking some other questions, but they are not relevant to me. So then we can analyze which campaigns and which clicks or which ad groups are sending those calls and conversions. And then we can either stop those wasted calls, although they are classified as calls and conversions, but they are not good conversions, or what we call marketing qualified leads. And that way you can help. So this is one way of using the recording. Another way is that somebody who's answering the phone or not answering the phone, that could be the case, that I can do all my best to send you good quality visitors to your site, but what if your team at your end do not answer the calls in a timely fashion or manner? That customer is going to hang up and go to somewhere else. The other thing which is really important is, what if they are not closing or converting? So then you can show and tell your staff members, look, this guy was ready to buy, but you did not take the order or close the deal. So recordings will help in any kind of business. Wherever you are running call ads, this is going to help them. And you're saying, how can we get new updates of Google Ads for checking? You mean any kind of updates? Well, you got to sign up for your Google updates from the Google blog, which I can't remember the name. I'll try and dig it out for you tomorrow or something, and you just sign it up and you'll get the updates. Hello Mike, are Google My Business ads worth doing for a local campaign? Yes, absolutely. I would say it works 80% of the time. In some accounts we see that it is getting a lot of clicks, but the clicks are very low cost as well compared to the search clicks. So the smart ads work wonderfully well. You need to set up your Google My Business account to the Google Ads account and run it and try it and see. It works well because they also show up on Google Maps, which is extremely useful. So I would absolutely recommend you try it at least. If it doesn't work for you, then you switch it off. Hello Adam. I recently set up a smart display campaign, but it doesn't let me adjust the ad schedule. Why is this? I'd prefer to run it during business hours. Why would you not let it run? Because if it's a smart display campaign and you set up the target CPA, you're not going to get charged by Google if they don't give you the conversions. I would let it run 24/7. And usually the smart display campaigns aren't call ads. So it's not a case of somebody being in the office, next to the phone to answer any calls. Let them come to your website and sign up to a form or whatever other call to action you may have set up, or buy a product from your website. I wouldn't bother really trying to reduce the hours. In fact, I haven't tried it yet on a smart display campaign. I'll try and do this myself. It should allow you to at least adjust the ad schedule. But you may be right, it doesn't, because Google will see when they are likely to get the conversion, so they want to run the ads as much as possible. Okay, Sandy Entertainments. What is the best time length for call recording ads? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Sandeep, because the call length would be the amount of time someone has called your business and spoken to your salesperson. So I'm really not sure what you mean by that. If you can rephrase that question, please. Gurgun Arakalian. Hope I have pronounced your name correctly. And you're asking, I'll be happy to see you speak about auction insights. Thanks to you, I got second place with professional companies, and this was just my second campaign. Keep up your great work. Thank you. And I'm glad that you're getting good results, and keep up the good work and put this into practice. And this is why I do these sessions, to hear comments and feedbacks like this one, that these are making a difference to someone or to someone's life and livelihood. And it makes me tremendously happy to see that you guys are learning and improving your Google Ads, because Google Ads is kind of like a black art and science. There's so many things people get confused with, but if you keep things very simple, it's not as hard as you think or as it seems. And this is the key to it. Keep things extremely simple. Don't try to be clever. Don't try to outsmart Google, because I get this question the most. How can I trick Google into thinking this? Well, you can't. Google is too clever for us, for all of us. And you can't trick Google at all, I'm afraid. So thank you, Mike, for your comment. Hello, homie. Hello back. Okay, Sandy, if we do call recording ads, no, I think you're getting confused with recording. Recording is just like recording something on your phone or on your desktop or whatever. when you are running a call ad, when someone answers the call, Google Ads is going to record that conversation. That's all what that feature is all about. So that if you are not answering your calls yourself, you don't know what the hell is happening with all my calls. You can listen in and then at least either train your staff to improve the conversion rate, or you can tell the agency or somebody who is running your Google Ads campaigns that, look, we are getting junk calls. Stop this calls coming through. Brilliant. So I believe I've gone through everyone's questions. So thank you guys and girls for being here. I truly appreciate it, and I thoroughly enjoy hosting these sessions as well. So I'll hopefully see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, stay safe and God bless.